Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, I'm going to highlight 9 layer 1 protocols that I think are going to do really well. And ultimately, it's worth doing some research on these and potentially, if they resonate with you after doing your own research and making your own investment decisions, to dollar cost average into them throughout the bear cycle. If you enjoy this sort of content and you want to support the channel, mash up that like button. It really does help us out massively. It pushes out the content to like-minded individuals. And at the moment, engagement is massively down. And I really, I've even put it in the thumbnail. Bear markets is where the money is made. These times, if this is just a bear phase within a bull cycle, or if this is a bull market, ultimately when we bottom out, if we haven't already, this is where the real money, the generational level wealth is made. So, do mash up that like button. Let's see if we can get it to 1,000 likes. Let's try to get as many people aware of these fantastic opportunities. And if you haven't already, subscribe, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Right, let's get down to the desktop. Okay, so we'll start with a bit of a market roundup. So we're down 2.96% for the total market cap, which is now standing at 1.46 trillion. Massive drop over the last sort of 7 or so days. Bitcoin is at 31,833.98, down 3.43% at the time of recording. We've got a little bit of green, but it's barely doing anything really, and we're really lacking some volume in the market. And ultimately, this is what we're here to do, is to talk through the projects that you should perhaps go and do some research on. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. It should be treated as educational purposes only. You've got to make your own investment decisions, and you have got to do your research. There's no substitute for it. But the first layer 1 protocol that I want to highlight, and this one comes up quite a lot for us, is Avalanche AVAX. Again, for me, solid tech, solid project that I think is definitely worth investing some time to do some research on. Currently down, well, it was down. It's up 2.69% at the time of recording at 46.52, ranked 12th by market cap. So again, potentially a good opportunity when we consider it's been all the way up at $134 or so. So big discounts, and I'm not suggesting by any stretch of the imagination to be FOMOing in. Nick and myself still believe that we might see some more downside, so just be aware of that. And when I say that, I'm not saying that we're not going to go up before we go back down, but we are expecting lower lows. So just putting that out there to be aware of. Moving on, and the second project that I want to call out, and I'm probably going to get some heat for this one, is Terra Luna. And I get everything that's happened to Terra Luna over the last day or so, huge discounts, but ultimately I do think that this is going to be one that survives a bear market. I think it's well funded, it's a solid project, and ultimately lots of these projects are going to make mistakes. They're going to make learnings, and there's going to be teething issues, right? We see this with Solana, which doesn't make this list. It has lots of downtime, for example. So one to be keeping an eye on. It's down 42.24% at the time of recording at $30.56. Probably the biggest bargain on this list at the moment, in my opinion. Ranked 14th by market cap. Potential opportunity, but go do your own research. Moving on, Polkadot. Again, another project that we really do rate. We think it's going to do really well. More of a niche sort of layer 1 project, focusing on quality over quantity, but I really like that, and I think because of that it's going to do really well. Currently up 4.62% at the time of recording at 1161, ranked 13th by market cap. Didn't really perform as well as we thought it would, but it was up at like $53, so it's a pretty big pullback. So one to go do some research on. Cosmos, again, another project that we think is going to do really well. Layer 1 blockchain. Ultimately, all these projects are going to have projects or dApps building on them, and ultimately are going to end up with lots of total value locked. And a lot of the tokens are also going to get locked up in liquidity pools and stuff like that. So there could be the potential for a squeeze on supply for some of these projects, more so for some than others, right? Currently up 3.39% at the time recording at 1436, ranked 29th by market cap. Again, one to definitely go do some research on. We haven't seen huge highs, but $42 or so. Moving on, we've got Algoran. Again, a fantastic project, one to definitely do some research on. One that lots of people in our Telegram, when we had a Telegram, talked about this, and it comes up a fair amount in our Discord as well. So again, a solid project that we really do like. Ranked 28th by market cap, down 4% at the time of recording at 60 cents 69. And again, not one that really massively performed, but it got up to $2.37. And I think that'll be higher. I think that will be eclipsed in the next surge to the upside. The next big surge to the upside, right? The bullish movements we're talking about here. 𝗕𝗘𝗪 Hashgraph also makes the list. Again, another solid project that we think is going to do really well. Definitely one to do some research on. Again, check out our channel. We've had interviews with Christian from 𝗕𝗘𝗪, and it was a fantastic interview really to learn more about the protocol. So do check that out. Currently up 4.84% at the time of recording at 0.1175, ranked 37th by market cap. And again, I don't think this one really performed as well as we were expecting. Got up to just over 47, almost 48 cent. But yeah, still one that we think is going to do really well. Moving on, Cardano. I mean, it was obvious this one was going to make the list with us. It's a project that we think is going to do really well. Gets a lot of hate in the space. But ultimately, once dApps and stuff really start to FOMO over to the ecosystem, I do think we're going to see some huge price discovery and a squeeze on supply. So yeah, definitely one to check out. Currently up 5.78% at the time of recording at 0.6645, ranked 8th by market cap. Again, expecting some decent price discovery. This one got up to about $2.91. But again, we expect bigger price discovery. Next one, Tezos. Again, another blockchain that we don't tend to talk about that much, but definitely one to go do some research on. Another layer one protocol that could potentially do really well in the next sort of bullish move up. So one to definitely do some research on. Currently ranked 41st by market cap at $2.15, up 0.44%. Charles Hoskinson has said some pretty positive stuff surrounding Tezos. So one to definitely do some research on, I feel. Next one, again, one that didn't make some of the safest lists that I've put out recently, but Harmony One, layer one, had to be in here. Sharding protocol. I think this one's going to do really well, and it's an absolute steal at the moment. I do like some of the things that they're doing. I like the fact that there's more engagement with the team, the huge community, lots of DAOs, and ultimately there's a few problems at the moment, but I think they'll overcome those. And I think it'll make the project stronger. So do let me know what your thoughts are on Harmony. Currently up 3.79% at the time recording at 6 cent 492, ranked 79th by market cap. And again, if we have a look, this one got up to about 35 cent. So, pretty good going, but again, not the sort of moves that we were expecting. We were expecting much bigger, moves in the bear cycle. So those are 9 layer one protocols that are definitely, in my opinion, worth doing some research on. I think they're strong contenders to do really well in the next bullish cycle upwards. Do let me know, what projects you think I may have missed from this list that you would have had in, and let me know what your thoughts are of the projects that I have highlighted in this video. I hope this was supportive and giving you a bit of guidance into which projects to perhaps look at. I am really bullish on a number of these projects in this list, and I hope it was useful. If it was, mash up that like button. Let's see if we can get 1,000 likes. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.